Hi guys, hello. It's Rick. It's your boy Rick here. Just coming in doing a live video. I don't do live videos that much, but I thought I'd come and say some things. I just want to address the something that's just been happening lately. Are we all on there? Thanks for joining us. There's some things happening lately that this presidential election is going crazy. It would be very fun to just kind of chat into it and bring some wisdom into this whole thing. People have been going crazy because apparently Prophet TB Joshua, people know Prophet TB Joshua, the Nigerian prophet from Lagos. It's Prophet Temitope Balogun Joshua. He prophesied. At the end of the prophecy, I think he said something like, the person who's going to win is a woman, implying it was Hillary Clinton. I just thought a lot of people are just going crazy, attacking him. Some of my Zimbabwean friends attacking him and really laughing and enjoying what's happening here. And some of my Nigerian friends and other African friends as well, friends in the Christian community. And I thought it's good to just come and bring some wisdom. I've got a few notes here so that I don't go off going crazy. But really, what are your thoughts? As I'm saying this, make sure you just write your thoughts as well. Say your thoughts. What do you think about all this thing that's happening? First off, this video is not for the prophet haters. So there are loads of people who just are just enjoying. A lot of people are just enjoying seeing. There's some people who just hate any kind of prophets and stuff like that. So, if that's you, don't worry. You can just go away because I'm not going to indulge you. We're not going to indulge you. Hey guys, how you doing? Hi everyone. Hi Kaka. I know that's you, Eki. That's Eki. Hey Eki, how are you? Leno, Dem. So this is not for prophet haters. If you hate prophets anyway, then there's nothing I could say that could ever change your mind. So it's not for you. I'm really wanting to give this to those of us who are Christians, those of us who call ourselves Christians, who are indulging in this, and kind of just bring a little bit of sense and wisdom into everything that's happening. So one thing I just want to say to Christians is that it's okay, to say, but one of the things is we are bringing the name of Jesus into disrepute sometimes when we start attacking people. Now, another thing, I'm not particularly validating TB Joshua himself and whatever. Please, I don't want to have that argument here. If you think what you may about the man, in fact, some of my Nigerian friends know me for actually baiting them with TB Joshua. I always just, because I know how controversial he is as a prophet, so sometimes I'm like, I want to go see him, because I know it always provokes a reaction in people. So, but we're not going to answer that question here. How valid he is, that doesn't matter. But what I was saying was that when we attack prophets like this, at times, we may have a valid point. And you know what? You may have a valid point. The guy missed it. Trump won. He didn't say. He implied that it was going to be Hillary and she didn't win. And you may have a valid point that he was wrong. But when you help the enemies of God to ridicule a man of God, you are actually doing disrepute to the kingdom. Right? Now, obviously, TB Joshua is not God, but there is God himself. So sometimes wisdom is needed. Wisdom is needed. It's like if you're married to somebody and your husband does a big faux pas or makes a mistake in front of people. It's okay, you can, he's wrong. You can embarrass him in front of everybody, or you can decide, maybe let me wait until we get home for me to say this. I want to say no one has full revelation. This is the thing about men of God. This is the thing about Hayesi. This is the thing about men of God and everything. One thing I've understood being a leader myself is that nobody has full revelation. No one. No one. Your pastor, your papa, whatever, no one has full revelation. The only person who had full revelation is Jesus Christ himself. So no one has full revelation. So are you T.D. Jakes doesn't have full revelation. Joseph Prince, I love him to bits, he doesn't have full revelation. Nobody understands the whole picture. There are things that we don't know that only Jesus knows himself. Prophecy is in part. Nobody knows everything. So, bear that in mind. No one is fallible. Remember this. Nobody is fallible. Nobody is perfect. You are not perfect. Remember that. You see, so sometimes this is why we as Christians at times we turn people off, because we're so like sometimes we're so judgmental as if we are perfect. But hell no, we're not perfect. We're not perfect at all. Like, none of us are perfect. You are not perfect. Pastor so-and-so, Mr. So-and-so, evangelist so-and-so. You are not perfect. So, do you know what? You can take, and I'm actually going to bring in some biblical stuff as well, because, if we're going to be going with this, some of you guys think you're like professors of the Bible, we're gonna bring the word. Like the Pharisees would come to Jesus with the Bible, thinking that they were like professors of the Bible, and Jesus was like, well, if you guys want to know about like the word, let me show you. So anyway, one of the dynamics with prophecy as well, and prophets, particularly the office of a prophet, you have to understand the office of a prophet. Personally, I'm not a prophet. I don't believe I am a prophet. I like the gift of prophecy. I've always been interested in checking it out and everything. There's a guy here, Zimbabwe, Kachebu or something. There's a woman. Go read the Bible. Okay, cool. I read the Bible a lot, but that's fine. Maybe in a minute when I finish this, or just share this on your timeline, you'll be able to actually click it and start at the beginning of the thing, and you'll see that really what I'm talking about. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't help for people who've just come in now to just start saying, oh, go read the Bible. That's not very helpful at all. So anyway, on that note, we're talking about prophets, the office of a prophet. A prophet has authority in certain spheres. There are certain things, certain spheres of authority that prophets are in. So one thing that's really, really to understand is that the sphere of government, and for example, the sphere of government and the sphere of business are very different to spheres of the church sphere. So, all right, let me explain. I bet you all know the prophet Daniel, right? In the Bible, there's a guy called Daniel. He was a prophet under the king of Babylon. His name was King Nebuchadnezzar, and Daniel is Daniel is an example of a governmental prophet. So Daniel spoke to the king about things that pertained to the country. Daniel wasn't doing church prophecies. He was not there talking about church prophecies. Daniel was talking about government. Another one, maybe a good one to speak. Joseph is a good example of somebody who, through visions and dreams and stuff, was a prophet. Good to see all you guys. Ezekiel, how are you? I can see there's a lot of people coming, and great, good to see your opinions. I say what my profita in Awanda, and then false prophets. There's a lot of false prophets out there. Definitely, man. There's definitely a lot of false prophets. But again, when I finish this, which will be very soon, in fact, please go to the beginning and see what I've been talking about since the beginning, because you won't understand if you just hear me from here. But I'm giving another example of a governmental, but this time a government and economics prophet, which was Joseph. In the book of Genesis, when you see Joseph, by the time he actually starts working for Pharaoh as basically Pharaoh's prime minister, he is a government prophet, but he has a particular gift in economics, in business. And this is how he prophesied the coming plague and also the solution of how to solve what was happening with that plague. Yeah. Okay. But a church prophet has prophecies that are specifically in the church. So at times, what happens is, and this is, it's fair enough, we're all human. If you're a church prophet and you're just prophesying things in the church, and all of a sudden, maybe you just feel something, maybe in the soul realm, so you haven't really heard God, but you're like, oh, okay, this sounds like something, that sounds like something, maybe you just dreamed that or whatever, you could say that. But now when you operate outside your sphere of influence, if you operate outside your sphere, so you're a church prophet, but now you're trying to prophesy things that are more governmental, unfortunately, at times, you're out of your covering and you're no longer really prophesying in the spirit. So you're now prophesying things, either your own soul, the things you're thinking. Maybe you've been even watching things and subconsciously those things get into your brain, and that's what happens. And unfortunately, I believe this is what happened. I wouldn't know. I don't know. Prophet TB Joshua, please. I don't know him. It would be great if he was watching this and he could just comment and explain. But it happens. It happens. And if you go outside your sphere, you're not going to prophesy the thing that you're supposed to. And that happened. And this is what I want to say to you guys, is it happened. Okay, there's a guy who was saying earlier, oh, hi, my name, that's my aunt. My name is Sandy, how are you? Anyway, there's a guy who was saying, oh, read your Bible and stuff like that. And I'm going to give you an example actually in the Bible of when this happened. Here's an example in the Bible of a prophet who you all think, oh, he's a prophet and stuff, and who actually missed a bit. So, in the book of Samuel, I think it's 2 Samuel, when Samuel is sent to go to Bethlehem to go find, oh, Swizz, what's up? Nyazema, David. When Samuel went to David's dad's house, went to Bethlehem and went to Jesse's house, because God had said to him, go to Jesse's house and in there you will find the guy who I have left anointed as king. If you actually read the story, so I challenge you guys, Google it, find the verse where it is, and go to 2 Samuel and read it. You will see that when Samuel got to Jesse's house, he looked at Jesse's oldest son, David's oldest brother, and he was like, surely that must be the guy who God has ordained to be king, who God has anointed to be king. He was gonna anoint the guy, and God was like, nah, that's not who I've chosen. You are looking at the outward appearance, but I look through the heart. So, it happens. Samuel, the prophet Samuel, who we all rank and say, oh, you guys, we look at cool, reminds me of the big Bible. Yes, I remember I had a big Bible. But Samuel, a prophet that we really, really respect and admire, he missed it at first because he was operating from his soul. His eyes looked at David's oldest brother and he was like, that's it. Hi everyone, all the new people. Hi Noxie, hi Mary, how are you? He looked at the outward appearance and it looked like that's what it was, and he missed it. And my point in all this is that it's possible to miss it. It happens. None of us are fallible, right? None of us are fallible. The last thing I wanted to say is that TB Joshua is not God. Contrary to what a lot of people think, he's not God. He will miss at times. And all I want to say is, all of us are trying to go up there, act as if we're perfect. We're not. Man missed it. It happened. Chill. Understand sometimes that the actions you're doing, the the stones that you're throwing are actually hurting the kingdom and not actually helping. So there are some of your non-Christian friends who you've been, non-church going friends who you've been talking to, and they,